Right then, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Paul. I'm also called Knick-Knack for various strange and peculiar reasons, and I'm also a guy that does stuff. I do the Daily Teaser, which is lurking around somewhere. It's a set of fun brain teaser quizzes. I also talk about film and TV shows I've enjoyed over the past few months. I may be about to start another YouTube channel. I will let you know that as soon as I can at some point. Okay, if I do, we'll have to see what happens. At any rate, tonight I'm going to tell you, as I have for the past few Sundays, what I've been watching. I've been watching the past few episodes of the 12th series of the new Doctor Who, and I've just watched episode number 5 called Fugitive of the Judoon. Let's try and do a little potted summary. It's a complicatedly fiddly little episode that's going to annoy someone. Right. Episode 5, Fugitive of the Judoon, opens with Ruth and her partner Lee, played by Joe Martin and Lil Stook, respectively, going their separate ways after Lee's forgotten Ruth's birthday. The day also sees the team, Yasmin, Ryan and Graham, Mandeep Gill, Tosin Cole and Bradley Walsh, sitting down with a doctor who's definitely not in a good mood, definitely feeling her age. It's at that point the TARDIS picks up a signal from Earth, from a passing Judoon spaceship. The Judoon are a kind of mercenary police force, and they're targeting Gloucester, hunting for an unknown fugitive. One that we think, or that the episode leads us to believe, is Lee. Until Lee is captured by the Judoon, and then gets quite decidedly executed by the ruthless Gat, played by Rutu Arya. I hope I've got that pronunciation there right. In the meantime, Ryan, Graham and Yaz get kidnapped by Captain Jack Harkness himself. John Barrowman making a welcomely interesting return there. While they're getting kidnapped and given a very specific warning by the good captain, the Doctor, Leah's got a warning out to Ruth. He specifically told her, follow the light, break the glass, and wished her a happy birthday as well. But that's kind of sideways. He's got this follow the light, break the glass warning out to Ruth, who travels with the Doctor towards the end of the episode to her old childhood home in a lighthouse where her parents are buried in the back garden, apparently. Ruth is so much more than she seems, actually. She's a figure who gets to this childhood home, and can't help resist breaking the glass of an old fire alarm that's in the firehouse. It's been implanted in her memory. She breaks that glass. My phone goes beep there. She breaks the glass, and there's a stream of good old-fashioned Ultron energy, that yellow light you see in regenerating Time Lords and Time Lords who have their memories restored by the Chameleon Arch, mentioned way back in an old David Tennant episode. Ruth's personality and memories get restored, whilst the Doctor is digging up what's supposed to be Ruth's parents' grave. The Doctor finds a very familiar police box-shaped TARDIS and finds Ruth in a very odd costume, claiming to be none other than the Doctor herself. She turns out to be an earlier version of the Doctor that apparently our Doctor can't remember being. This is the first half of a pair of episodes. It's one that leaves me with quite a few questions, but the main one at the moment: who the hell hired the Judoon? What, in conclusion, can I tell you about this episode? Did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. It's a little clunky. It certainly seems a little clunkier than last week's episodes, Nikola Tesla's Night of Terrors. But that's because it's got co-written by Vinay Patel and Chris Chibnall, the showrunner himself. So I think that accounts for some of the. I mean, I think it accounts for Captain Jack turning up again. Chibnall did a lot of work on Torchwood. It seemed clunky though, but not much more than usual. Just a slight touch clunkier. I also noted that Nida Manzoor, who directed last week's episode, who directed Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror, I'm a fan with an opinion rather than a critic. But it struck me that helped this episode move along at a very good pace. Nida Manzoor, I think, may be a director they want to hire again and again and again. They seem to be doing very well with the show, I think. They're bringing a distinct good pace to the show. So well played, Nida. I mentioned I'm a fan. Yes, I am. I'm a happy fan to have seen John Barrowman crop up again. It's welcome to see him. It really is. Does this mean a potential return of Torchwood? I don't know. The BBC possibly need to get the rights issues sorted out. I believe there were problems with the fourth series of Torchwood that meant Starz, the US TV channel that aired Series 4, owned quite a substantial chunk of rights to them. So the BBC would need to get that back. They might have done, as they featured Captain Jack. The BBC will, or the Doctor Who crew will, I would welcome a returning Torchwood. I'd love to see John Barrowman doing his thing, wearing the coat again, I really would. I do think, however, it needs to do something. It's not just going to be about Captain Jack. The first series of Torchwood mentioned that there was a branch in Scotland, which was a thread that was never developed. So never got to see what happened with any US organisation post Miracle Day. Personally, yes, I want Torchwood back, but I also think that Scottish branch is maybe something that needs to be developed there. Did I enjoy the alternative Doctor? Yes, I did. I think Jo Martin brought a certain amount of authority to this alternative version. I think she's, as she stated in the episode, she's a past version of the Doctor, but our version, the 13th, Jodie Whittaker, can't remember being. I think Jo Martin's Doctor is an alternative second or third Doctor, because she doesn't remember seeing the sonic screwdriver. So that's what I think she might be. I'd like to see more of this character. She seems to have brought an authority to the part, although how they can drop her in, I don't know long term. Then there's Gat, the Ritu Arya character. She's interesting. I want to see more of her. She's the first new Time Lord that we've seen in quite some time. I suspect a lot. I mentioned on the blog version of this video that I'd like to see who hired the Judoon. I think it might be possibly the Master, possibly the Cybermen, possibly the aliens in the first two episodes. We don't know. I think that might get resolved in episode 2, next week's episode, Praxius. I also think Gat's identity may again be revealed or confirmed in that next episode. Right at the moment, I think she is possibly a member of what Robert Holmes dubbed the CIA back in The Deadly Assassin so many years ago. I think she may be a member of the Celestial Intervention Agency, the Time Lord's Dirty Tricks Department. That's a possibility, and it's nice, or it would be nice to see that expanded. There are many, many questions here. Many questions. Who Gat is, whether Torchwood's around, if Unit's around, who hired the Judoon. We don't know yet. We'll find that out next week, and I will be talking about it when we see it. Come back to me then. You can find out what I think. You can leave me a comment in today's post. have fun, have a good evening, and don't go too mad on Twitter. Take care now.